Hello everybody, I'm John Novak with Nexgen Software Services, and today I'm going to walk you through our trading software and our demo of our trading rules and everything that you're going to get when you do a free demo of our software. We're also going to take a minute and just walk through some opportunities that we have with our prop firm as well. So as we get into our video, we're going to talk about very specific things. And the first thing that we're going to talk about is your investment objectives. Why do you want to be a day trader? And the short version is you want to make a lot of money. That's the answer to every day trader's question. We want to make money, and day trading offers you as a day trader a very significant opportunity to profit and make a lot of profit with a very small amount of money in a very short time frame using leverage. Now at Nexgen, we teach on crude oil futures, the S&P 500 futures. We can also look at gold futures or NASDAQ futures. But the futures market offers a huge leverage advantage. Now, I have to say, with the ability to make a lot of money, you also have the ability to lose a lot of money. But we're going to show you how to mitigate that risk down to almost nothing here as we get through the next few slides. The other thing, independence and flexibility. You know, if you're a younger person now and you don't want to work the corporate life forever, day trading is going to offer you that independence and flexibility. And I want you to kind of think, you know, this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is a method that we have taught since 1997, actually a little before 97, and it takes a little bit of time for you to learn the rules. They're very simple. It takes a week to learn the rules and get everything down. It's going to take a little bit longer to work on your mental side. Some of you are going to need a little more work than others. But we will be here for you, and we're going to walk you through everything you need to know. And then there's a small group of people who are a little older usually, who like the intellectual stimulation of day trading. At Nexgen, we've done this since 97. I've got clients that are literally 92 years old who are day trading. And I've also got clients who are 18 to 21 who are day trading. So we really cover the full spectrum regardless of where you're at in your educational journey. The other thing, what we want to do is we want to give you some realistic financial objectives. Here's what you're going to be able to do if you use our software correctly. You're going to be able to make at least $500 to $1,000 daily. And when we teach you and you learn our high probability setups, we're going to, you're going to have the ability to make $200 to $500 on each trade. Not just a day, but every trade. And depending on the market, there's 4 to 10 high probability trades every single day on average. Some days there's 30 or 40 trades. The earning potential is really, really huge. But let's just kind of keep it realistic and say $500 a day. If you make $500 a day, there's 20 trading days in an average month. So you're going to be making $10,000 a month. And most people would be very happy if they made $120,000 a year take-home pay from their day trading. Most day traders are happy with that for a very short period of time, and then what happens? Greed kicks in. And if we can make $500 a day, why can't we make $5,000 a day? And what we're going to talk about upcoming is we're going to talk about compounding the profits, and we're going to talk about how you can use our Nexgen Pro Trader funding prop firm and trade up to 5 accounts initially, and then use a trade copier to actually maximize your returns, all while minimizing your risk down to virtually nothing. So let's cover some basics. I want to make a big fat claim, and I want you to feel comfortable with this. We're going to teach you how to read our Fibonacci software. And our Fibonacci software will predict where the market should turn or where the market should hold. So we're going to basically be buying pullbacks into Fibonacci support, and we're going to know that the market has a 75% chance or better of making it to the red lines, which are Fibonacci resistance. And this is the whole trick in day trading. If you can get in right there at that little teeny tiny spot, you only have to risk a insignificant amount of money, $100 or less, and then ultimately you're going to make $200, $300, $400, $500 when this thing moves. So this is what we're going to teach you. This is the Ninja Trader version. The Trading View version, so you can run our software either on Trading View or Ninja Trader, or probably more than half of our clients at the moment are running both. They're running Trading View on one screen and Ninja Trader on the other. Totally up to you guys. Whenever you do a demo, you're going to have the ability to do both. My recommendation is start with Trading View, unless you already have Ninja Trader. And it's easier, it's quicker, it's faster, and you're going to love what we're doing with our indicators. So let's talk about the things that we're going to teach you. And, the number one thing first is chart reading. And when you're reading a chart, this is really, really important when you're trading. And 90% of your day is going to be spent reading the market. You're not going to be trading very often. I mean, trading makes up less than probably 10% of your time during the day. So most of the time you're going to be doing analysis. And, the better you are at reading your charts, you're going to get to the three things that you need to know in order to make money consistently. You need to know, number one, where is the market? When is the market likely to continue, up or down? Doesn't matter. So if you know that there's a 70 or 80% chance that the market is going to continue up or down, then we have to start determining where is the market likely to go. And that's where our Fibonacci software and the lines that are on our chart give us the profit targets on where the market is likely to go. And then ultimately, we need to know when the market is likely to stop. And this is the stop taking trades until this area that is likely to stop either holds or breaks, one or the other. We don't know which one it's going to be, so we wait at those areas, and then and we'll teach you this during your demo time. I don't want to get too far into teaching, and we're going to teach you something that is so ridiculously perfect. You're going to absolutely be shocked. It's almost hard to digest. We can tell you almost within one penny or one tick where the market should turn from. And those are the areas where we're going to be getting in. And it's really important that you fine tune your entries at the right spot, and then you've got the least amount of risk possible, which is always advantageous for new traders. And then you've got the most reward potential as well in your trade. So we're going to teach you exactly where to get in and why. And then ultimately, once you're into a trade, trade management is where the money's made or lost. And it's really important that you have rules for trade management, which we also have. We're going to teach you during your demo time. And it's going to be a complete picture. You're going to be able to analyze your charts. You're going to know exactly where to get in. And you're going to know exactly why you should hold on or get out of your position. So to do a demo, just a quick version, visit nexgent3.com. You may already be here, which is great. And then click Start Now, which is going to take you down to our demo section. And all you have to do is click 1 week trial. I mean, you can do it on the annual lease or the monthly lease, whichever one makes you more comfortable. It doesn't really matter to us. If you do the 1 week trial on the month to month, then you get to the end of your trial and you say, hey, I'd rather just buy the software for $5,000 or lease it for a year for $4,000. You can always change that. So do not feel like you have to pick the right one right off the bat. Now, once you actually go through the process and sign up for the trial, you're going to be sent to a instructional page, which is getting started with Nexgen software. And this is our whole training manual. This is everything that you're going to need to learn along the way. So not only does it have how to get started, but obviously it has trading view indicators, ninja trade indicators, and these expand out and give you a lot of educational content underneath these headings. So look, just pick trading view or pick ninja trader, either one, whichever one's and if you pick the trading view, it'll take you to the trading view indicator section, and it'll have instructions on getting started there. The other thing that you're going to love, and one of the things, let me talk about this, look, go to our Trustpilot and read 20. I know it takes a minute or two, but read 20 or 30 reviews on what other people who've had our software are saying. You'll understand the level of commitment that we're going to give to you, and more importantly, the accuracy of our software is going to absolutely blow you out of the water. One of the other things you're going to get during your demo time is our Discord community. And, it's running right now live. Let me just show it to you. I'll pull it over here. Check this out. So this is our live Discord right now. And it's Mark who's running the class right now. He's talking about Fibonacci resistance has stopped the market up at the top. And then we're talking about how the market's probably going to continue to the downside here. The really cool thing about what we do in our Discord is you're going to be able to plot or post your trades in here on the right side. And when you post your trades in, you're going to get feedback from our educator on what you've done right or wrong. So it's a very valuable resource for a new trader. If you don't understand what you did right or wrong in your trade, you're going to have a hard time making progress. And that's what our Discord community does. It allows us to share your trades. Not only that, we'll probably do some trades in there live each day as well. So not only will we talk about the chart reading and the analysis, but where to get in and where to get out. We'll give you live examples if the market presents a good trade setup that we'll do live, and you'll have the opportunity to post in live as well. Very, very important. So again, this next slide is just a continuation of what we talked about. Your ability to ask questions, post in pictures, just a really, really valuable resource. Now, the other thing that Nexgen is going to offer to you is nextgenprotraderfunding.com. And, our software, Nexgen Software Services, has the indicators and owns the indicators and does all this. This is our sister company that's going to allow you as a new user to be able to trade the market with virtually no money. A little bit of money, but not much money. And we'll talk about it. And like right now, we're running through July 31st. So if you're watching this after, it's probably going to be different. But right now, we're doing save 80% on evaluations. And you click Start Now, it'll take you down to the evaluation section. And just to explain to the new user what happens, you're going to get a simulated account set up when you sign up for one of these. So let's just say, for example, you sign up for a $50,000 account, which is normally $249 a month. Well, at 80% off, it's only $49. So for $49, you're going to have the opportunity to day trade, and you need to trade for at least 5 days, so 5 days worth of trading minimum. And all you have to do is make $2,750. So $2,750 before you lose $2,250. So if you can do that, then we will allow you to trade a $50,000 equivalent account. And so not only will you get live data, which will save you some money, you'll also get the ability to kind of put some skin in the game, I guess is the best way to say it. You can trade on simulator, and we are very, very big on trading on simulator until you get the rules down. But once you start testing the market, you have two choices. Put $10,000 or $20,000 of your own money into an account, and then most people end up losing that money or while they're learning. Or you can do something like this, which is very inexpensive, and it allows you to learn in the real world with real pressure, how to make money, how to manage things tightly and properly, and really how to be consistent over time. And if you're not any of those things, you're going to end up losing money day trading the market. So it's very important to us that you learn in the Discord and trading on paper. And then ultimately, you're risking just a teeny tiny little bit of money to put yourself a little skin in the game and have some actual pressure. When you start your evaluation, it'll take you into our other educational page, which is for the Pro Trader funding. And there's a video on how to start your evaluation. And we do a really, really good job of step-by-step instructions that you can follow. So you can either watch the video and follow it, or you can just follow the instructions. And every question that you have asked or may ask about it is super well documented in here. We take a lot of pride on documenting everything as well as it can possibly be done. Anyway, so you're going to have this as the opportunity to have a trading account without spending a lot of money. So check with our current specials. Obviously, if this is after July 31st, it's going to be different than this, so don't try to use that one. It won't work. But whatever the current one is, we'll have it up there for you. Now, when you get in, you start your evaluation. Now you've got your account, but you need to get back to the trading side of things. And in our Nexgen software side, under NinjaTrader 8 specifically, we talk about all the indicators, trend and momentum, when the market's going to stop, exactly where you're going to get into a trade, what's a high probability trade, and how to manage your trades. So each of these sections has tons of information in it. And short version is, we've done this for so long, the trade is always the same. The first trade that we teach you is a trend trade. And trend trade is very simple. Market's going up. And it's going to pull back to Fibonacci support, which you can see in the second picture, and then we're going to go long. And what that's going to look like in the real world, this is technically from February of 2023, so it's 2.5 years old, but it's the exact same thing. It's always been the same. For 20 years, we've been teaching the same trades. So we're really, really confident that you guys are going to feel very comfortable doing this, and you're going to have a very high success rate when you do it properly. Anyway, look, short version is everything's going up in green, and we're going to buy a pullback to the blue Fibonacci line at our trigger lines. And then we're going to look profit target wise for the red lines. So we're going to buy the blue, sell the red. That's the short version. Pretty easy, right? Now, when the market's holds the support, as you see here, and then it turns around and starts going up like we anticipated, we're going to teach you how to monitor the momentum in your trigger lines and determine whether you need to get out and take your $700 or whether you can stay in the trade. And then ultimately, this trade did go on to reach a profit objective. So trading 2 contracts in the S&P futures, and if you saw the price on the S&P, it's like 6,000 something right now. It's high up there. So it's come a long way in a couple of years. But anyway, short version is $1,187.50. And obviously you got to pay for 2 commissions, so that would take $10 off of that. So still $1,177.50 on 2 contracts in a relatively short period of time, and that's only one move in a day. There's usually 4 to 10 of these moves in a day. And if you lose, you're going to lose a little bit. And if you win, you're going to win a lot. And that's the secret to making a ton of money and doing it very consistently. So what we're going to talk about is doing, what is it going to take for you to become successful and become consistent? And then ultimately, how are you going to maximize your profit without adding any extra risk? So when you start off, you're going to be taking trades on simulator. So you understand that you know the rules and you know where to get in and you know why you should or should not take a trade. It's very, very important. And this is where we talked about this already. Double check your understanding with our live educator in Discord. So you're going to get perfect feedback on your analysis, and if it's wrong, we're going to fix it, and if it's right, we're going to let you know, which is absolutely worth its weight in gold. So you're going to build experience using market replay, paper trading, and not risking any money whatsoever, period. Then you're going to set up a funding account for a very small amount of money. 29, 59, very small amount of money. So $100 or less, give or take, most of the time, maybe 150 on the high side. And you're going to trade a $50,000 account. You're going to make sure that you're going to hone your skills through the simulator, through paper trading on the prop firm. And if you pass and you're consistent, you're going to get the opportunity to trade the actual account itself. And then ultimately, once you're making money, you can compound profits, because not only can you trade one market or one contract, so to speak, you can actually trade multiple accounts at the exact same time. So we're talking about compounding profits, not just by trading more contracts on one account, but actually having multiple accounts. So in our Nexgen Pro Trader funding, you're going to see we have a trade copier. And the short version is you just set up one account that you're going to be trading, and then all of your other accounts will follow exactly what the master account is doing. So you're going to have the opportunity to trade, let's just say you have 5 accounts and you trade 4 contracts on each account. So that way you're not over leveraged, and you're basically spreading that risk out. So remember that trade that we did where we made $1,187 on 2 contracts? If you were trading 20 contracts or 5 accounts with 4 each, you would have made $12,000 almost on that one move. Same move, same trade, compounding by using multiple prop firm accounts with Nexgen Pro Trader funding. And that's the secret to really, really, really leaning in on making a bunch of money. So look, we have a promise. Number one, we're going to give you the best software ever. And the reason why we can say that is because it's remarkably unchanged since we wrote it in the 90s. Why? Why is that? Well, it works. And there's no reason to change what has worked for 25 plus years. All we have to do is teach you how to trade it. We did add in our market flow analysis, which is our volume analysis indicator, in 2016. But other than that, the Fibonacci areas and everything is the exact same as it was in the 90s. And I personally went to college, University Houston in Texas, and I actually went in for a hotel and restaurant management degree. And I was working in the restaurants, and I had managed some restaurants. And short version is I got involved in the commodity space, and I dumped the restaurant business for day trading, which is what you guys want to do, right? You want to get rid of that job of yours, and you want to day trade and be in this business. So we've brought in the most important concept ever, service first. If you read through our trust pilots and you see how many times our clients use the word, they take great care of you, you never need anything. And the other thing is, when you buy software, lease software, we don't sell you and kick you out the door. We encourage you to join our Discord community. We encourage you to post in your trades. You have the freedom to engage with us to any extent which you prefer. So if you want to communicate a lot with us, great. If not, that's okay. We'll be here if you have a question. And again, look, I know it takes a little bit of time. Take time and read through 15 or 20 of these, and you'll really get we have clients who have been clients for 10, 20 years. Here's one client since 2010. 15 years ago, he bought software, and this is, he posted this 2020. But anyway, you get the idea. We want you to read these things. So look, go to nexgent3.com, do the 1-week trial, either one, the annual or the monthly. You can switch it in between, as you said, and you'll get a 7-day demo, which has all of our software, our Discord, our winning rules, and our trading plan, and everything that you need from A to Z to get started and making money. So I appreciate the time you guys spent with me here in this video. I really look forward to having us work together and you to learn how to make a ton of money and reach your objectives using our software. Look forward to it. Talk to you guys soon.